What is going on, guys? Welcome to this video. It has been a long time since we've been in here in the office and unboxing stuff until today. Today we will be unboxing this package from Neewer. It is something that I've needed for quite a while to assist me with my video production, and today we're going to unbox it. So let's get cracking. The package here is called a field monitor, and for you guys who don't know what that is, you know, all cameras will have displays. My one's got like a 2.5 inch little touchscreen, but it's really hard to see during the day when there's sunlight, and it's actually quite difficult to pull focus on. So this is pretty much just a 1080p display which connects through HDMI to my camera and will allow me to pull focus and actually be able to see what I'm filming during the day. So let's get cracking into this. For a monitor, it's got two packages inside it. Now I have blurred all my stuff out, black Sharpie, so you can't see it. But there is a main box here, but there's a second one that like slides around in the top. It's like 2 centimeters tall, so like an inch roughly, and then this one's like bigger. Okay, we're gonna get unboxing. It's got a little bit of rip in it. Thank you, Australia Post. I'm gonna get my knife. There we go. Always cut away from yourself. Okay, so first of all, we've got the small package. I think I might be able to focus. We've got our small package here, and let's open this one first. So we're gonna open that. Okay, so I got a package which included 2 batteries. So this is actually the battery compartment, like side of it here. So I'm just gonna zoom that in. So over here we've got, just gonna place that down for a second. We've got our battery charger by Neewer, and then we've got 2 batteries, which are the F550 type batteries. So it comes with 2 of those. I'm just going to unbox the second one because I like that. So it's got 2 of those batteries and a USB cable, because this one doesn't plug into the wall. This charger just plugs through USB, and it's got a USB to micro USB. So that is the contents inside that box there. Got your charger, your 2 batteries, and your micro USB cable there. Cool. I'm going to place that over there. Now to the main star of the show. I'm just going to zoom this out a little bit. No, that's in. There we go. We've got the actual monitor itself. Come back into focus. Camera. Okay, now we're actually in focus. Let's move on to this box here. And now, unlike a normal box, it doesn't have any like pull things where you need to cut it. It's a very nicely presented box. It doesn't have any, you know, marketing stuff on it other than this one sticker just here. But it's actually one that you lift. So I'm gonna kind of lift it up. Could be upside down, I actually don't know. But we're gonna lift that off. There we go. So like I said, there's your box there, which is quite nice. That's a nice box. And inside here, you're presented with, well, the monitor, because that's what it is. So just going to pull that out there. There's still another compartment inside here. Just going to zoom that one back in again. Alrighty, here's your monitor. So I'm just going to unbox it. Doesn't weigh too much. So here it is. Here's the monitor inside of its silicon protective housing here. So we've got our 7-inch 1600 by 1200 display, which will display a full 1080p image, and it will downscale 4K, which is good for this camera because I do shoot in 4K. In fact, I'm shooting 4K right now. For I/O, we've got a headphone jack, we have HDMI in and out, and we have a 12 volt power adapter here. On the back, we have our battery plate, which you will need to attach the batteries themselves. So it is included with a F550 battery plate, but you can use anything that will fit that size there. On the other side, we've got a nice silicone grip with like a knobby thing there on the corner. On the top we've got a tripod screw mount. We've got a power, function 1 and function 2, which are programmable buttons, and an exit button, followed by like that menu toggle wheel thing there that I was just talking about. However, you don't actually need to have it inside of this silicone enclosure, you can actually take it out. However, if you do take it out, you do lose the ability to attach your sunshade. So there it is there. It's pretty light, doesn't weigh that much. Like I said, the silicone thingy here, the silicone protective case has Velcro strips inside of it, which allows the sunshade to attach. So if you're shooting outside, so we can kind of clip that in. There we go, it's like that. So it is clipped in now. And that will now accept the F550 batteries that were included with this kit. And finally, we've got our sunshade. So this sunshade is basically just, well, 3 bits of plastic, which have like a felt kind of lined around the outside of them, which clip into your silicone case, like so. There we go. So that will protect the sun from getting to your monitor, or protect your monitor from getting to the sun, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, it stops it. It's good. So overall, it's got a little bit of weight. It's probably about 300 grams. Minus the battery. Once you put the batteries on there, it could get a little bit heavier, but the batteries are small, so I'm not sure. We'll get one out. We'll see if they're actually charged. I highly doubt that these batteries are charged, because it'd be kind of dangerous to ship a charged battery, which is why you don't usually see charged batteries being shipped. Alright, I'm going to chuck that one in there. I can figure out how to use it. There we go. And we're going to power the unit on by pressing the power button on the top. Oh, hang on, it's on. It's on already. Wow, there you go. Okay, so obviously I haven't put on the sunshade correctly because it's kind of like thrown out of whack a bit. There we go. That's better. We don't really need the sunshade, we'll just remove it. I think that might be the best option right now. Okay, I'm going to try and hold this really still so that you guys can see it. Is that even in focus? Yes, it is. Okay. On the screen here, you'll notice, first of all, it's blue screen, it's saying no signal. It's because it's receiving no signal. We've got a histogram down here in the lower right-hand corner, and a battery display saying that we're roughly about 3/4 charged, which I am surprised. Here we have a red border, which will show us it's for framing, if we're using any like cinematic crops or anything, but this looks like a 1080p or 4K thing. We've got our brightness settings here, adjustable by the menu wheel on the top of the unit. So we'll set it at 50, so I'm going to take it back to 50. I will settle this up. If we hit it again, it will go to contrast. Then you've got saturation, tint, and sharpness, which is set to 0, which you can obviously change. Pressing the F2 button on the top of the unit brings up an audio monitoring column here, which will allow you to monitor audio from the display itself rather than on the camera. We do have a audio thingy on the camera, but we've got one here now, which is always handy. Pressing the F1 button, it will bring up the peaking. So when the camera is connected, it will actually show peaking and stuff in the form of zebras, which the Panasonic G7 already does. So we can turn that off. I'm going to press the menu button again. Here we are actually in the menus now. So we've got the brightness, contrast, saturation, sharpness and color temperature, which is what we cycled through before. Scrolling down, we've got center markers, aspect markers, safety markers and all that stuff. So it's all the framing stuff that we can use to basically frame it up for like 235:1 anamorphic crops or something. So we can go in there. Well, aspect marker 16:9. So I'll put in another red bar thing. Then we've got 185:1, 235:1, which is the one that I shoot at most often. 4:3, 3:2, and off, which will just display a native 4K image scaled down to roughly 1080p. So I'd usually run it in 235:1, which is what my more recent car film was shot at. But for now, we're just going to turn that off. Safety marker is basically this outside edge here. Marker color, we can change that from red, green, blue, which blends into the background, white, or black. So I'm going to set it to red. Grid, you can turn on the rule of thirds grid, if that helps. Markers matte, I have no idea what that is. Thickness, I'm assuming we can adjust the thickness of the lines. Yes, we can. From 2 to 8, apparently. There you go. 8 being quite a thick border, as you can see on the camera there. So I'm going to set that back to 2 because I like it. If I hit, there we go, we'll scroll down. We've got all the stuff for like clock fields and aspect ratios, underscan, zoom, freeze, and DSLR. It's all settings. Oh, it's gone back to that screen. It's all settings that you'll need to set up using the owner's manual if you want to. Okay. I do have to say though, to get to this main menu here, you need to click the menu button multiple times to cycle through sharpness, contrast and all that stuff first, like it happened just there. But once you've done it, it will pop back up again. So we've got sound stuff, audio settings here, volume, I'm going to turn all the way down to 0. This screen does have speakers built into them in the back. It also has a headphone jack, like I said before. Peaking, you can set up all the peaking for the waveform stuff in false color. And we're back to there again. So yeah, we're going to head back to the menu there. I can't actually use this yet. I've got to head out to my local electronics store and get a HDMI adapter, which will allow me to run this. But there we go. I hope you guys enjoyed the unboxing of the Neewer A7s field monitor. Anyway, thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you later. Bye. I've got my knife too. Also, my hair is sticking up and it's really annoying. It's like, it's just sticking up. Ugh. Horrible. That's alright. Okay, we're going to unbox this package here.